We love our playlist on Tuesdays. World music,
and
calming, and then it goes around the world. Yes, that's so nice. All right, everyone loves a good movie, right?
Yes,
we certainly do. But not all movies do well, even the ones you would most expect. The facts are that some movies just do a lot better than others due to budget, mass appeal, and marketing. Last week we talked about 5 highest grossing Nollywood movies, but this week we'll be talking about the 5 highest grossing films of all time worldwide. This is the Little 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, watch me.
So we start with Avatar. Avatar is a science fiction film which was released in 2009. Has remained the highest grossing film worldwide for almost a decade, even though it dropped to number 2 briefly. The film follows a group of humans as they try to colonize another planet, only to find out that it already has a native local tribe, the Na'vi, who are a humanoid species that are indigenous to the planet Pandora. The cast includes Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, Stephen Lang, and Michelle Rodriguez. Now, the film was directed, written, and co-edited by James Cameron. Avatar has grossed over $2.8 billion worldwide. Take a look.
All I ever wanted was a single thing worth fighting for.
A Marine in an Avatar body. That's a potent mix. You get me what I need, I'll see you.
It's been almost 10 years, almost a decade. That's interesting.
I actually want to watch Avatar again. I mean, at the time, it was such a mind-blowing film. Recently, it was released again in China. And it became number 1
we're talking about it the other day.
We're talking about it the other day. So it was number 2 briefly. Avengers beat it, and then it became number 1 again just because China decided to watch it again. That's how powerful it is. Looking forward to part 2 if they ever do it.
Yes, and we're talking about how the technology would look like because things have really
changed right now, honestly. Number 2 on the list is Avengers Endgame. Now, this superhero film based on Marvel Comics Avengers was released in 2019. Now, apart from being one of the most expensive films ever made, it managed to break numerous box office records and surpass Avatar to become the highest grossing movie worldwide, and later knocked off to the 2nd position. Now, Avengers Endgame is the sequel to 2018 Avengers Infinity War. This time around, the remaining Avengers team tried to reverse the damage caused by Thanos in Infinity War, teaming up with other allies. Actors include Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, Jeremy Renner, Bradley Cooper, and Josh Brolin. Avengers Endgame has grossed over $2.7 billion worldwide. Check it out.
That cave became Iron Man. Realized I loved you.
Right. Yeah.
Honestly, it's only Avengers that can get away with this thing. I mean, the last bit before the end game where Thanos snapped his fingers and half of the world disappeared. We're like, oh, okay, that's the end.
They still came back.
They will still. I don't know how they can find a way to make half of the world exist and still beat Thanos. You know, it's only Avengers that can do that. And, you know, the level of detailing and how long they even take to make the films, I'm not surprised.
Of course. I like the fact that they really pay attention to all of these things, and it actually shows when you eventually watch them. And that's the truth. All right, moving on. Titanic. Titanic was a massive success, and it has achieved significant praise and won countless awards. It was the first film to reach the $1 billion mark and became the highest grossing film ever during that period of time. The film is based on account of the sinking of the RMS Titanic and follows characters Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet on their on-screen love affair before the ultimate tragedy strikes. Titanic, which was co-financed by 20th Century Fox and Paramount Pictures, had a production budget of $200 million, which made it the most expensive film ever made at the time. This 1997 romance and disaster movie has grossed over $2.1 billion worldwide. Take a look. Wow. Titanic is such a romantic one. And when I said romantic and then, it's disheartening. Like at the end of the day, what happened? Like
heartbreaking.
Emotional.
Most of the time, I always just feel like I could have just done something to change it. Like,
I get what you mean.
Honestly.
I mean, James Cameron just keeps outdoing himself. You know, when you hear of Titanic, you hear of Avatar, and Titanic is one film that I can watch personally over and over again. The level again of detailing, intentionality. Look at how many extras they had to have for that film. A whole ship, and they shot all of this in the pool, and everybody has to act like they're shivering, and then all right, guys.
When you get this real acting, and then
it makes
move on
everything
to other things. You don't want to see any other thing that is just wishy-washy.
Yes,
I feel like the amount of time they actually take before they even make the movie, while they're making it, the post-production, it tells that this movie is going to be evergreen.
Yeah,
and that's James Cameron for you.
Absolutely. Number 4 on the list is Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Now, The Force Awakens broke numerous box office records, and it became the highest-grossing film in North America, and the highest-grossing installment in the franchise, and the highest-grossing film of 2015. The film is set 30 years after the return of Jedi and follows Rey, Finn, and Poe as they try to locate Luke Skywalker and their battle as part of the Resistance with Kylo Ren and the First Order. It was produced, co-written, and directed by J.J. Abrams, and some of the actors include Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, Adam Driver, Daisy Ridley, and John Boyega. Star Wars: The Force Awakens has grossed over $2.06 billion. Check it out.
I'm no one.
What you started.
Absolutely, and that's the one that made Nigerian start fancying John Boyega.
Yeah.
Before you appeared there, the uncle was doing that film.
Our
brother.
And then he heard you, and then he came to Nigeria and everything.
No, I mean, the people who love Star Wars, they love it. They get the merch, they get the sword, they get the comics.
Do you love it?
No, I'm not a huge fan of Star Wars, but because it's a lot of action.
Okay.
It's a lot of action. I'm a romantic kind of person.
She said Titanic there.
No, because I think Amanda can like action as well.
Yes,
only
but
that,
not just that one.
Only that the girl is weird. The kind of thing she gets. Okay, now.
Wow.
She'll go and watch certain movie and then she'll now be praying to sleep at night. Let's move on. Okay. All right. The 5th on our list is Avengers Infinity War, coming in at number 5. Is the first superhero film to gross over $2 billion worldwide and became the highest grossing film of 2018. Avengers Infinity War is the sequel to the 2012 and 2015 Avengers films, and it features the Guardians of the Galaxy in an act to prevent Thanos collecting of all the Infinity Stones, which means it could wipe out the entire world. The Avengers join forces with the Guardians of the Galaxy to make sure that it doesn't become a reality. The film, which was produced by Marvel Studio and released in 2018, has grossed over $2.04 billion worldwide.
So when they needed us,
the city. Engage all defenses.
Love me Avengers.
I love it.
Yeah, at this particular point in time, we just thought that Thanos was so evil. He wants to wipe out the world, you know. And then he talked about how Avengers always finds a new story. And then the most recent one, which is currently number 2 in the whole world, we actually get to see a different side of Thanos. People feel a little bit bad. So I love the fact that they keep those stories, you know. You just
There's
see this
like
evil person, like, why is he evil? Watch it in the next one.
Yeah, and touching each character.
Yeah, the suspense game is lit.
Love it.
Super interesting daily top 5 today.
I like it, honestly.
I enjoyed that as well. All right, guys, we're going for a break right now, and when we come back, it'll be time for What Are We Watching?